Oh, we're on. Okay. Okay, the game started a little bit early, so we're going to jump right into it. That's a second pitch of the game. First one to Newton was a foul. Second one is a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on. Top of the first here at Green Canyon High School. That one's behind me. On Peter there, though.
If you get on YouTube, go to SBI Media. It'll be live on there. Outside.
The 1-2 pitch is a spread. 2-2. The pitcher is Igor. Outside for ball 3.
Okay, sorry.
We're not that. I got my office.
Okay, sorry. Switch phones to
Here's the pitch ground ball right back to the pitcher Igor now. Up with it over the first in time for
yeah. Who's this batting right now?
So Newton is retired.
Number 6.
Jace Transtrom, the batter.
Now batting, number 6, Transtrom.
Nobody on. Here's the first pitch. And it's called strike. Transtrom will be playing second base today. That one's inside. I don't know if it's yet.
Just a little inside.
Okay, I double tap.
1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the first one. And that one in the, I'm saying the dirt, but it's not dirt. This beautiful facility. I go for the show over to show in. This is except for the bad weather in the office facility. It's a great day for baseball. Obviously, that would go perfect weather. That beautiful facility. Ooh, outside corner. Call strike. So 2-2 pitch, ground ball. This one's going to make it to the shortstop. Up over first and back for out number 2. Ground ball out.
Now batting, number 2, E. Beard.
And Dawson Beard. Is the batter. He will be playing shortstop for the Bears. Take the field. Senior on the team. Strike, nice pitch. Good set. Oh, it's swung at it.
Yeah.
In the dirt. Again, I say dirt, but it's true.
It's beautiful. Anybody over there at Bear Lake listening that wants to donate some money to the Bear Lake Field.
Beautiful. Pitch, that one's foul ball down the left field line. Got filled in, going to make the catch. Right there, retired Gabe Jones. Right back with the bottom of the first.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
There he is now. You're back.
Back here at Green Canyon High School. And sorry, Yadiel wasn't working that first inning. Bears go in order 1, 2, 3. And a beautiful day. A little bit early to start. So we weren't quite ready to go on the air. We were still getting things set up. When the first pitch was thrown, the Bears go down in order 2. Transfer ground out. A fly out foul for Dawson Beard. And the pitch is for the Bears.
Give us a shout out on his name. Make sure that it looks like
Is Weston Jorgensen, the batter for Bear Lake and for Green Canyon. And if I'm not mistaken, the newborn pitcher for them, Jack Wettenberg. So the head coach is, Ryan Amor, and his son is the pitcher today. His younger brother is our age.
Now batting,
Means
number
he's old.
1, Easton Jorgensen.
Jorgensen, the first batter of the day for Green Canyon. Weston's pitch just low, ball 1. And behind the plate for Bear Lake is Perkins at second base, transfer from shortstop, Beard. And that one's just over the shortstop, Beard's head into the gap for a single.
Now batting, number 30, Beckham Erickson.
Single to the left. And Erickson. The runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 ball game still. Erickson takes outside for ball 1. Christofferson down at first base for Bear Lake. Newton out in center field. Hume, the third baseman today. Throw over to first, obviously not in time. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Base is stolen. Nice throw by Perkins. Almost got him. Called strike, but a stolen base for Jorgensen. Erickson will be is the second baseman today. That's ball. Here's the pitch outside. 3-1 count. And he walks it. So after a leadoff single, Erickson reaches on a walk, and Hyman will be the batter.
Now batting, number 27, Tate Kyle. Girl is saying pretty fly for a white guy.
I'm pretty sure he did.
That is a fair ball.
Down the left field line, Ryder Beard down back to get it at the fence. 2 runs will score on the double. And then Hyam racing for third and in there on the throw.
I did it too.
So a double, line drive double right down the line. Great hit. And 2 runs scored. And Hyam advances to third on the throw.
Now batting, John Skates.
First pitch is a ball. Ball 2. Skates is the batter. And that's ball 3. Not missing by much, but missing just enough. 3 balls and no strikes. Ooh, just high, ball 4. Walked in. Second walk of the inning, and that'll bring Calvary to the plate.
Now batting, number 24, Dakota Calvary.
Already, runner at the corners, nobody out. Swing and a miss, and a stolen base. The Bears are going to let him still keep that runner down at third. There's a called strike. So Larry quickly moved to Calvary Weisberg on deck. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice pitch there by Weston. First out of the inning. 2 runs have scored. Runners at second and third.
Now batting, number 16, Hayden Weisberg.
Life like this is what your life like. Try to live your life right. People really know you.
Earlier, JV in 3-1 and a bunt attempt to go foul. Suicide squeeze there. So the runner go back to the bases. Down count 0-1 after the strikeout to Calvary, the first out of the inning. Pitch. That's a high fly ball. Newton underneath it in right center field to make the catch, runner attack and score. Newton's throw will go to third, not in time. Great throw by Newton. Sacrifice fly, plates run. Newton with a good play, good throw, but not in time. Quite eating the pitcher.
Now batting, number 8, Tristan Eborn.
So now 2 outs. And 3-0 ball game. Runner at third, so still runner in scoring position. There's a little pop fly. Christopherson underneath it for first base. That'll end the inning. Grand Canyon does score 3. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this on the SBI Sports.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug. Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Southeast Idaho Steel, a locally owned business making locally produced steel signs and fixtures. Flying S title and escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. And by Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears.
Top of the second, Bears trail 3-0 out of 1. Bears went down in order. Top of the first, 3 runs for the Eagles. Bottom of the first, Jack to the wheel. Bears playing third base today. Bears put the bat on the ball. Right after ground outs and a fly ball foul out right to the line, which is high enough and deep enough that it escapes the right field, making that catch to end the first. Dawson Berry is the final batter. So Jack will lead this one off playing third base today.
Now batting, number 7, Hume.
See if Jack can get Berry started. Nice curveball. Looked like it was going to be inside. Drops it down for a strike. pitch. Back to the screen. 0-2. It's a decent pitching for Weston the last inning. Gave up a couple of hits. Got a strikeout. Here's the pitch. That one was outside for ball one. Right there, ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out on the second inning here from Green Canyon High School. Indoor, local, beautiful facility. And a hard ground ball, third baseman come up with it, over to first in time for the out. So Henderson over to Cowboy. Bears have gone in so far. Putting the bat on the ball, but again, right at people.
Now batting, number 12, Perkins.
And Josh Perkins, the freshman catcher in today's game, is the batter. See if he can get the Bears started. He wanted to pitch in there, called strike. Good delivery. Swing and miss on that one. So similar to Humes at that. Call strike. First pitch, miss on the second pitch. Just missed outside. Great pitch. That's where you want to put it, the outside corner. Try to get it off right. Just misses with it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck it now. Perkins knew it as soon as he let it go that it was going to be strike number 3. Weston, the pitcher for today.
Now batting, number 15, Weston.
So the Bears have gone in order. 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. And the swing and miss, 1-2 so far in the bottom of the first. I'm bottom of the top of the second. I know what I'm talking about. Top of the second. Called strike. Nice pitch. Eborn working quickly, looking to retire the side. Just missed inside. That one started in the same location last one did. It didn't curve in over the plate. So it's called ball. And swing and a miss. That retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Bears in the second. And we'll go to the bottom of the second right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get the cows. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
With the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back to Green Canyon High School. Top of the second, the Bears go in order 1, 2, 3 for the second inning in a row. So we'll head to the bottom of the second. The Wolves are leading by a score of 3-0. Atkinson, the shortstop, will be the number 8 hitter in the lineup and the leadoff hitter to this, the second inning. Has a couple of hits, including a 2-run double. It was the big hit in the first inning for Green Canyon, scoring a couple of runs. And like I said, Atkinson, the shortstop, coming to the plate now.
Now batting, number 4, Dave Atkinson.
Weston pitched the first inning back out there for inning number 2. Here's the first pitch. Just low, ball 1. And here's pitch number 2. Just missed inside. Good pitch. Just a little too far inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning. Now a hit that's going to be into left field, and it takes a unexpected hop, and Beard misplays it, so it's going to go as a double. Instead, he could have held him to a single. He was in position, but when it hit the ground, it bounced to the left, and Ryder Beard's not able to come up with it, and it goes as a double. Like I said, he was in good position. He just took an unusual hop. So that brings up the number 9 hitter, Hansen, the third baseman. He had a nice play in that last top of the half of the inning to record an out. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Weston was able to record a strikeout in the first inning. See if he'd love to get another one here with a runner, leadoff runner at second. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball. Beard's going to come up with it. He's going to go to first in time for the out. Runner is safe at third. I think he said that he dropped the ball. That was a good throw over there from Christofferson. Almost turned the double play, but did get the out at first. Atkinson advanced. And we're back to the top of the lineup. Jorgensen, the batter. Inside for ball one.
The game is varsity, but we have some JV players playing.
And there's a bunt. And it's going to be a infield single. Great bunt. By the time Weston was able to get over there, there was no way to get the out at first. They did hold the runner at third.
Now batting, number 1, Easton Jorgensen.
That was actually Spackman that laid down that bunt. And now Jorgensen at the plate, and he takes a called strike. He is 1 for 1 on the game. He led off the game with a line drive single to left center field. Runner going to second, and that's going to be a foul ball down the left field line into the football field next door. 0-2 count. Like I said, Jorgensen already 1 for 1 on the game. He did have that single into left center to start the game. Runners at first and third. Weston steps off, makes the runners retreat to their bags. Hit and run was the call on the last play, as Spackman was going from first and Jorgensen swung away, fouled it off. Spackman going again. Throw is to second, not in time. The runner does stay, as it was actually kind of a decoy play. Transtrom took that throw short, trying to get that runner to go, see if they could get the out at home, but just goes at stolen base. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spackman down at second. Atkinson at first. Struck him out. Nice play. Nice pitch. Called strike 3. Erickson, who drew a walk and then came around to score in the first inning
Number 30,
with 2 outs.
Erickson
comes to the plate. The second baseman, Erickson, takes high for ball 1, high and away. So runners at second and third with 2 out. And Erickson is going to drive that one into right field, and it's going to go off of Dax Wood's glove. 2 runs will score. They would have scored anyway with 2 outs. They're going on the crack of the bat. The runs would have scored anyway. And Erickson stops at first with a single, a 2-run single. Just shallow enough that there's nothing Wood could do to get there.
Number 27,
And And with the runners going with 2 outs on the crack of the bat, both were able to score. So 5-0 now your score. And Hyam coming to the plate. He's 1 for 1 of the game. He had the 2-run double. He takes high and inside for ball 1. So he drove in 2 in the first inning. He comes up there with a chance with 2 outs to extend the inning with a runner at first here in the second inning. Weston set to come to the plate. Over to first, not in time. Erickson dives back. Weston comes to the plate. It's outside for a ball. Throw down the second. Gets into center field. Newton will come up with it, but Erickson all the way over to third. So the count is 2-0, and Erickson stole second and then reached third on the throwing error. Called strike right there. Nice pitch, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at third. 2-run double last time Hyam was at the plate in the first inning. He's the catcher today. He's going to ground it back to the pitcher. Weston knocks it down, comes up with it over to first, and not in time and low. It's going to make it clear over to the fence, and right fielder Wood will have to go get it. And with the error, Hyam reaches base.
Now batting, number 9, John Skates.
And that makes it 6-0. Weston did a great job just to knock it down. He had to scramble to go get it and came up with it, threw over to second, threw over to first. It was in the dirt. Christofferson couldn't come up with it, and Hyam trots down to second base. And so another runner in scoring position, 6-0. 3 runs in the first, now 3 runs in the second. Skates, the batter, and he walked in the first inning. 1 of 2 walks given up by Weston in the first. He takes outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out, runner at second, and that one's inside. Started inside, came even further inside for a ball. Weston's delivery, that one's going to be drilled into right field, back to the fence, and 1 hops the fence. It'll be a ground rule double.
And another point scored.
So the ground rule double as it bounces over the right field fence. That was a great hit to the gap. No way any fielder is going to get to it, and takes 1 hop and goes out onto the street for a double and drives in a run. So the 2-out rally here, as the Bears had a chance with 2 outs to get out of the inning without any runs scoring, and 4 runs have scored since there were 2 outs. Calvary is at the plate. He swings and misses, and he struck out in the first inning, was one of the 3 outs of that first inning. And he's down 0-1 here. He takes outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Runner at second here in the bottom of the second. Weston throwing well, but they're getting a hold of some of his pitches. Ooh, just missed inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Bears are hitting the ball hard but at people, and Green Canyon hitting the ball hard and into gaps. There's a pop fly back out of play. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner down at 2 here in the bottom of the 2. 2's everywhere.
2-2-2.
Weston looks at the runner at second. Steps off to make him retreat. That's Calvary at the plate. Weston the pitcher. And Skates down at second for Green Canyon. Here's the pitch. Outside. Nice stop by Perkins to keep it in front of him. That makes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming. Calvary struck out in his first at bat, looking to extend the inning, extend this 2-out rally here in his second at bat. Weston fakes the throw back to second, doesn't make it, but it makes Skates dive back. Like I said, the Bears had 2 outs without allowing any runs in the inning. This 2-out rally is going to end right there as Transtrom makes a good play on the little looper that was in the gap between first and second, but Transtrom gets over there, makes the catch, and ends the inning, but not before Green Canyon scores 4. And after 2 innings, it's 7-0 in favor of Green Canyon. We'll come back with the top of the third right after this on the S.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
Back at Green Canyon High School, Bears trailing Green Canyon by a score of 7-0. As the Bears have gone in order, have not yet had a batter reach base. Green Canyon scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second, and now lead at 7-0. After 2, Ryder Beard, the left fielder. In the last game we covered against Marsh Valley, was the only Bear to hit safely in that game. Then yesterday, the Bears had a great game, went 9 innings with Snake River. Ryder Beard coming to the plate. The senior playing left field today.
Now batting, number 3, Art Beard.
Beard, first pitch swinging, pop fly foul. Looks like it's going to get out of play. It's going to hit on top of the dugout.
They're sweet though.
Yeah.
They look real good.
Yeah. And they came out with a new one.
So Ryder will
2
step
years
back
ago.
into the batter's box. Down 0-1.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Bears are putting the bat on the ball, just not hitting safely. And here's the 0-1 pitch from Eborn.
What about him?
Inside, ball 1. Nice take there by Beard. That's a hard one to take because that sometimes the curveball comes back over. And that's on the outside corner, called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on, top of the 3rd inning. Ryder Beard, the batter for the Bears.
That's my set I got.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I love it.
Swing, and he's going to hit this one into right field.
Sometimes
But
you wish
Skates
the winner
gets
had
underneath
lasted
it.
longer, huh?
Yeah, big time.
So Beard gets a hold of one, but Skates able to make the play.
Now batting, number 14, Christofferson.
And Riker
When
Christofferson
November gets there, it's like, come on.
comes to the plate.
Yeah, that's how I was.
Playing first base
I got a bike
right now.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's actually.
He plays both first and second, depending on the situation. Weston will play first.
No,
Usually
I
he's
don't
not
have
pitching.
bike.
Swing and
Just
miss
dirt
from
bike.
Christofferson
Just
there.
no bike it.
Those snow bikes are pretty awesome,
Yeah,
too.
I've rode one before. They're pretty fun.
Here's the pitch.
Yeah. There's a
That
lot
one's
of- a
outside
lot of
for
power.
ball 1.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike.
They're not good on
Christofferson.
the trail if you're going up the
Again,
trail.
Bears haven't struck out yet in the game. They've hit the ball on every single at-bat. Just hit it right at people. There's
When I
a
was a
ball
kid, I had a
on
dirt bike I used to ride up
outside. So
there.
Christofferson, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Good places to ride up there.
I don't know how long
Beautiful
it was, but I
day
remember,
for
like,
baseball. Couldn't ask for much better.
I remember hearing like there's
Actually,
no houses all
and a swing and miss. So this is one of the first times we've been disappointed we're inside.
Yeah.
For a game.
Yeah.
We just traded places.
First sunshine you've seen all season.
Yeah, when I was a
2-2
kid, there was
pitch.
none of them houses up there. We used to
Christofferson's
ride
going
all
to ground
over
it
the place.
to second
Yeah.
in time for the out. So Bears have yet to strike out, but they've yet to reach base safely.
Yeah.
Has a bunch of ground outs, a pop
Yeah, it's
fly,
way
and
different.
a fly ball to
Number
right
5,
field.
Wood.
And now Dax
And
Wood,
in the winter, my
the number
grandma
9
lived
hitter
in
for the
Hyde
Bears,
Park,
playing
and
right
my
field
cemetery. My
today.
cousins lived right there, and we'd just go from there on the
Will come to
snowmobiles
play.
up and ride.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Bears trailing at 7-0, looking to
I live out in Clarkston.
get a
so
base
there's
runner.
plenty
And
more.
that is a call strike at the
I
top of
lived
the
in
zone.
Benson for about 50 years.
Right out the numbers.
Benson's nice. I have a
Eborn working quickly. That one's outside, ball one. One ball, one strike. 2 out, nobody on.
You know Carson,
Top
not Carson.
of the 3rd inning.
Kevin Folsom and Cindy Folsom.
I do.
Yeah.
I used
They're
to
like
sell
they're
hay to
struggling
Kevin.
to get base
I
runners
had
today.
hay property out there.
Would take that one
Cindy
for a
and
called
Randy are
strike.
Uncle and Ann.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the sophomore trying to start a 2-out rally. And he's swinging and a miss. He goes down swinging.
Sounds familiar.
So the Bears go down in order for the 3rd straight inning. We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Bear Lake trails Green Canyon by a score of 7-0 after 2.5 innings. Green Canyon has been rock solid defensively. The Bears have put the ball in play. Every single batter has hit the ball, but they've all been retired as they hit right at somebody except for Wood, who did strike out to end that last inning. Weisberg takes
35 years, and then when I
a
retired,
call
we had a
to
house
start
up
the
in
inning. He
Montpelier.
walked
My
his
dad lived
first
there, so
at
we went
bat.
up there, but now we bought
second attempt.
Now her dad died.
Another call strike, great
We bought
pitch, 2 in a row.
6 acres up there, you know where Treasurton Reservoir
Weston.
is.
Weston has thrown the
Just
ball
right across the
well.
road, that
He has
hayfield,
given
we
up 2
bought
walks
one of
so
those
far
lots
over
in
2
there. We're
years.
going to build a house there.
That's nice.
And there is a ground ball. Hume up with it over to 3rd, up to first in time. So ground out to start the inning. That's the first time the Bears have got the lead-off runners. Bears had 2 outs without allowing a run in the second inning, and then a 2-out rally and played it 4.
So this Randy Thompson, he's still, he was
done a great job pitching. He's hasn't given up a base runner yet. He's
not a janitor.
out to the first baseman.
But I know
His first at-bat to end the first inning.
We've been over there almost 10 years, so it's been
That one's
a while.
inside for ball 1.
Yeah, he was the janitor of the school when we was over there.
Bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
Nobody on, 1
I
out.
think he does electrical stuff.
7-0 the score on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. There's a ground ball. Beard over to it in time to first. Out number 2. So a couple ground ball outs to start inning number 3. Beard with a good play there. Nice throw over to Christopherson. Now Atkinson coming to the plate. He led off the second inning with a double to left field. That's the one that took a weird hop right in front of Dawson. Beard looked like Dawson had a beat on it, was going to hold him to a single. It hit something in the ground. Took a weird hop for
Clarkson's
called strike.
No. Yeah.
Very efficient inning so far for West.
That's where you go is at Amalga.
He's retired the first 2 batters and
Our
called
trick,
strike on the
we
first
used to.
pitch. There's a pop fly back out of
We
play.
were supposed to start going to Amalga for church.
So Weston has
They're gonna be
thrown
doing,
well. Like I said, only giving up the 2 walks so far. Got a strikeout on the day.
So we didn't have to worry about going to Amalga.
Yeah.
But he has given up 7 runs, and he's going to strike him out to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Wolves in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be back at the top of the 4th. The Bears look to get some base runners and start the scoring right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
At At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is
Vibe.
He will have gone all the way as a pitcher
Hey,
for
be quiet,
Green
please.
Cage. He is retired at this time.
Grounded out in his first attempt, and he takes outside for ball one. So Transtrom 0 for 1 with the ground out, looking to advance Newton down at first base. Here's the pitch. High for ball two, just missed on that one. Good frame by the catcher, but it goes for a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out, runner at first here in the top of the 4th inning. And Transtrom's going to hit this one, and it's going to get past the center fielder, and it's still rolling. He's going to get to second. Newton is going to be stopped at third. So Transtrom with the double. Newton had to hold up in case that ball was caught, so he's unable to score. And Spackman made a diving attempt at it, but was able to come up with the catch, and because he didn't catch the ball, it got past him and goes for a double. And great effort by Spackman there, but a double for Transtrom, and the Bears have runners now at second and third with nobody out. Dawson Beard, who hit a fly ball foul down the first baseline in his first attempt, and it was caught by Skates in foul territory to end the first inning, takes ball one. And a pop fly back out of play. Foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. So Beard, with 1 swing of the bat, can get the Bears back in business right here with 2 runners in scoring position. And he is going to pop this one up to deep shortstop, shallow right field, and it falls. So Newton got a late start but will score. Transtrom unable to advance.
Now batting, number 7, Hume.
So the pop fly is just deep enough the second baseman can't get to it, shallow enough the right fielder can't get to it, and it scores a run. Transtrom, like I said, had to tag up, was unable to advance, but it brings Hume to the plate with runners at first and second, still nobody out. Bears on the board with the first run of the game. Hume squares to bunt, takes a called strike. He pulled back, but it was a strike. So Dawson Beard down at first, Jace Transtrom at second. Jack Hume, the batter. Bears have plated one in the inning. 2 singles and a double so far. Hume again squares to bunt. Again takes a called strike. So good pitches to bunt, but he chooses not to offer at him and gets himself behind the count 0-2. Definitely not bunting here with 2 strikes. And he called strike inside corner. So Hume, watch 3 fly past. And the first out of the inning, that brings Perkins to the plate. Perkins grounded out in his first at bat. Here he is with 1 out. Runners at first and second here in the top of the 4th. Bears have plated a run already. And a called strike. That one outside corner low, but a good pitch. And 0-1. So Eborn, after giving up 3 hits to start the inning, has a strikeout, and he's ahead 0-1 on Perkins. And Perkins' little swinging bunt is going to go foul. Probably a good thing for the Bears because Perkins thought it was foul from the beginning and didn't even leave the box. So he would have definitely been out at first, but the other 2 runners would have advanced. So here's the 0-2 pitch from Eborn. And he fights that one off for a foul ball. So we'll do the 0-2 over again. So the runner's staying put, and it's a foul ball. Again by Perkins. Just got a piece of it to foul it off. It trickles back to the backstop, and we'll do it again. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Peter Newton, after getting the leadoff single, scored on the double by Transtrom. Well, actually the single by Beard after Transtrom doubled. And Perkins drives this one to left field. Nice catch. And Transtrom is going to be doubled off. He thought that one was going to get through, and it's caught by Jorgensen. And the double play, as Transtrom was already standing on third, looked like he thought he was going to score easily on what looked like to be a double. Jorgensen jumped high in the air and caught it to end the inning, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Southeast Idaho Steel, a locally owned business making locally produced steel signs and fixtures. Flying S Title and Escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. And by Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Bear Lake Bears back on defense in the bottom of the 4th inning, trailing 7-1 after scoring one in the top of the 4th. Had a chance to get some more, but some bad luck as Transtrom thought he was going to score easily on what should have been a double. Jorgensen made a great catch and doubled him off the second. Weston, who set the Wolves down in order in the 3rd inning, out there to start the 4th in a 7-1 ball game. Hanson who grounded out his first at-bat at the plate. So the Green Canyon Wolves have been very efficient in this game. They've only sent, in the first 3 innings, they only sent 18 batters to the plate, but scored 7 runs on those 18 plate appearances.
He said he promised me I could
2 balls now. Delivered by Weston to start the 4th inning. There's a ground ball. With Hume over from his position 3rd in time for the out. Great play by Hume. He had to go a long ways, but there was no way that Beard was going to get to that in time to make the out. So good play.
Now batting
for the ground ball out at first.
Gavin Spackman.
And that will bring Spackman to the plate. Spackman, in his one at bat, had the bunt single. Let's see what he does up here with nobody on and 1 out. Takes ball 1. So 5 in a row sat down by Weston after the 2-out rally, scored 4 in the 2nd. Ooh, called strike, outside corner. Wasn't sure what that was going to be too far outside. It's a called strike, so 1-1 your count with 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, nice pitch by Weston. 1-2 is your count.
Oh, Chase. Atticus isn't on this.
Here's the 1-2 pitch from Weston. Jammed him, and it's going to stay fair. And that was a just pop fly just over the first baseman. There's no way Christopherson could get back to it. It hit and kicked into foul territory, so it landed about 2 feet beyond the dirt into left field, but goes as to right field, but it goes as a double.
Now batting
as Christopherson, no way was he going to get to it, and it was way too short for the right fielder to get to it. So it goes as a double. That brings Jorgensen to the plate. He is 1 out of 2 on the game. He started off the game with a single, and he skies one. Jack Hume over there looks at it, but he hits the very top of the fence and kicks out into the field next door. That was about 3 inches from Hume being able to record the out, but just goes as a foul ball. He was over there and had his hand on the fence, but it hit off the yellow at the top of the fence. And this is a high fence, probably 9 feet in the air. Jack unable to jump up there and get it. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just missed on the outside corner. For a ball, 1 strike. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that one is low for ball 2. Jorgensen, the left fielder who had that nice catch to double off transfer him to end the inning off a Perkins hit, is the batter. He's 1 out of 2. And he's going to ground this one to Beard at shortstop. Beard up with it over to first in time for the out. The runner does advance. Great play by Beard. Just barely got him. And now 2 outs, but Spackman after that. You can't even predict that hit.
Beckham Erickson.
That went for the double for Spackman, because just a little slow pop fly, just deep enough, no way the infield could get to it, and hit and then kick foul just perfectly. Swing and a miss by Erickson. He's 1 for 1 in the game with a walk. The lefty singled to right field, and he's now down 0-2 after that was a called strike. In his last at-bat after walking to start his day. And he's going to knuckle this one. Picked up by Beard, but not in time. That was just a slow roller. So the infield single hit in on the hands and just kind of slowly rolled through the grass. And Beard made a great play to get there to try to make the throw, but not in time. So the infield single scores a run and brings up Hyam.
Number 27, Tate Hyam.
Hyam, the catcher, is 1 for 2 on the day. He has a ground out doubled and then reached on an error. And he takes called strike on the outside corner to start his at-bat. This is the one that Weston knocked down in the last at-bat, and then when he threw over to first, it was a bad throw. No way was it going to get the out anyway. And here's a ground ball. Hume up with it over to first in time. And that'll end the inning, but not before the Wolves add one. It's 8-1 after 4. We'll be back with the 5th right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign papers and they leave and they're happy, they get their house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
Aguirre, the new pitcher for the Green Canyon Wolves, as we start the 5th inning. So Eborn went 4 innings, gave up just 1 run. He was perfect through 3. The Bears had 3 hits in the top of the 4th, which allowed them to score a single run. The first 3 batters all hit safely, and the Bears were only able to score 1. And now Aguirre comes in to start the 5th. Weston, who struck out in his only other at-bat today, has pitched a decent game, will be the batter. As we go to the 5th, this has been a quick-moving game on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Couldn't ask for a Saturday? What day is it? It's Saturday. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Couldn't ask for much better weather than this. Couldn't ask for better facility for a high school baseball game. And Weston comes to the plate. The senior pitching today. Swing and a miss. So down 0-1. Nobody on, nobody out. 7-run deficit for the Bears. 8-1 is the score. That one's low. Weston holds off. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare sponsoring your scoreboard today and every day. Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare. You can count on them to care. Visit them at blmhospital.com. Inside. Yeah, Weston wanted to swing. He laid off, and that one goes inside. The umpire will walk the ball out to the pitcher, give the catcher a second to regroup after that one hit him. So 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. Weston, the batter for the Bears. 8-1, your score. And he's going to just loop this one into right field, but the right fielder was playing shallow. That was perfect defense. That should have been a single. Just a little looper that normally falls, but Skates was playing in shallow. And great catch, great play, and Skates records the out. That'll bring Ryder Beard to the plate. Ryder hit one hard his first at bat, but right at, I believe it was a left fielder. I'll check that in a second. Ooh, that one's inside for ball 1. It was actually the deep right field that Beard hit his last one to be put out in the 2nd inning. He takes that one just inside corner for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 5th inning. McGuire, the pitcher, comes to the plate. Beard is going to fight that one off. Foul down the first baseline. Some of our other sponsors, You Save Phillips 66. Live to the full where your convenience is our pleasure. Don't forget Jacobson Mountain Air for your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. You're going to need air conditioning here soon. Get a hold of the Jacobsons at 208-847-2665. That one's low for ball two. 2-2 count now to Beard. Beard, another senior on this roster for the Bears. Bears loaded with seniors. Got some juniors and sophomores playing important positions as well as Beard fouls another one off. So he'll stay alive. 2-2 count still. Gunderson's Ace Hardware, Ace the helpful place located in Montpelier. Napa Auto Parts, Napa Know-How. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ooh, called him out inside corner for the strikeout. Beard would turn to look down to the third baseline to Coach Culver for the call when he got rung up. He thought it was inside, and he sits down for out number 2, Christofferson. Playing first base today. He grounded out to the second baseman at his only at-bat, and he swings that first pitch and misses. Northern Title, good deeds done daily. Visit them at northerntitle.net. Bear Lake Dental Care, where kindness and dentistry meet. And that one's inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 5th inning. 8-1 ball game in favor of Green Canyon. Simplot, dedicated to the safety for their Bear Lake Valley employees and their families. Visit them at simplot.com. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That one kind of fooled him. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 out here in the top of the 5th. McGuire, the new pitcher of the inning, is going to force the ground ball. It's a slow roller that's almost a swinging bunt. McGuire makes the tag as he actually Calvary makes the tag as he pulled the foot, but he was able to make the tag and record the out. So 1, 2, 3 go the Bears in the top of the 5th. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit You Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with You Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
All right, coming to the plate, Skates will be the batter. He is the
Now batting number
right
9,
fielder today. Made a couple great defensive plays out there. He is 1 for 1. He's got a walk and a double. And first pitch swinging high in the air, shallow left field, and the shortstop Beard back to get it on the edge of the turf. So out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Gotta like those. Calvary, the first baseman, he's 0 for 2 in the game. He has struck out and popped out to the second baseman. Transtrom, who made the, actually it wasn't much of a pop fly, kind of half line drive, half pop fly. And Transtrom made a good move to his left to get the out. He takes ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Nobody on. That's high for ball 2. Weston has gone all the way. This is the 5th inning. He's only thrown 70 pitches. He's been efficient. Hasn't been able to keep the runs off the board, but he hasn't thrown a lot of pitches. Little looper. Lands almost on second base and then trickles into center field for a single. I don't know, I guess you call that technically a pop fly because it cleared the pitcher's head, then hits the dirt and trickles into center field.
Trip Bird.
So unless there's been a substitution, this is Gleisberg at the plate. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Throw over, not in time. And there has been a substitution. This is number 32, and I don't have a 32 on the roster, and he takes a called strike. So Trip Bird is the batter. So he's not on the roster because they say he's kind of a player manager and he takes a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 is the count, nobody out. And one runner at first is Calvary after the little bloop single. Throw over, not in time. Calvary dives back. Like I said, Weston's only thrown 73 pitches through 4 1/3 innings, so he's been efficient. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. And this is the DH spot in the order. And Aguirre, the pitcher, on deck. Outside for a ball. And you can tell he's pretty popular with the dugout over there. We got one of the injured players up here in the dugout, in the booth with us, that told us that he's a player manager. Doesn't get to a lot of at-bats. So they're excited that he's getting some. Calvary dives back again on the throw over. So Bird ready for the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out for the second out of the inning. So 8-1 is your score. Aguirre coming to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th.
22, Bronx Aguirre.
Calvary down at first. Throw over again, keeping Calvary close over there. Weston comes to the plate. Called strike, but a stolen base by Calvary. And Perkins didn't even make the throw because Calvary got that good of a jump. That's why the Bears were thrown over there to keep him close. When he got a chance, he went. And with 2 outs, now there's a runner in scoring position with Aguirre, the pitcher, at the plate. Aguirre's only pitched the 1 inning through 14 pitches and sat down the Bears. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, but there is a runner in scoring position for the Wolves. And, nearly picked him off at second base. Nice throw by Weston. And Calvary just got back. Nice tag by Transtrom. And Weston steps off again. Here's the pitch outside for ball 2. Bears play next on Monday. It's a big game. They got American Falls in Bear Lake. And swing and a miss there. They'd love to get the win and be the 3rd seed instead of the 4th seed in the district tournament. You don't want to have to play Marsh Valley on the first day. 2-2 count now with 2 outs. Weston delivers outside, full count. And so that game will be first pitch at 3:30. That's a makeup game from a couple weeks ago when it was snowing on a Friday and we didn't have any baseball because of the weather. So that's why we're playing on a Monday night. Come on out to the ballpark. Enjoy that game. And Aguirre draws the walk. Very patient at bat. And this brings Atkinson to the plate. He's 1 out of 2. He's playing shortstop today.
Now batting.
He doubled on his first at-bat, and then he struck out on his second at-bat. And he comes to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bears looking to end the inning. Inside. Just missed for ball 1. So a little blooper single and a walk are how we got base runners. Here's the pitch. Popped sky high in the air. Weston underneath it records the out, and that'll end the inning. I have that as 3 outs.
I have it as 3.
The umpire, I think, is also saying 3 outs. Yeah, the umpire has it as 3 outs. I think the Green Canyon Runners are the only ones that only had it as 2. The Bear Lake Bears have it as 3. The umpire has it as 3. Yep, he just signaled again. So that is 3 outs. No run score. They leave 2. And after 5, it's 8-1 Green Canyon. We'll be back with the 6 after this on the SVI Sports Network.
When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
Fair Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
McGuire out there for his second inning of work. He threw 14 pitches in the 5th inning. His first inning out there, and retired the Bear Lake Bears in order. Tanner Stukelin, who defensively subbed in a couple innings ago out in right field, will be the batter for the Bear Lake Bears, the sophomore, in his first plate appearance of the day. Wood went 0 for 1 in his one plate appearance with a strikeout. This is Stukelin's first at-bat of the afternoon. Playing right field now. Takes a strike right at the knees. 0-1 is the count. So no balls, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. 8-1 is your score in favor of Green Canyon. That one hit him just inside enough that caught Stukelin. And Stukelin will go down to first base. And this brings to the plate a substitution. It should be Peter Newton. And I will check out, see who it is. Number 16, and that is Price with the swing and a miss. So Price subbing in for Newton. Throw over to first, not in time. Dive back by Stukelin. Transtrom will be on deck. Aguirre looks over at first. Comes set. He'll deliver. Swing and a miss again. So 0-2 is the count. Price the batter. Stukelin, after getting hit by a pitch, over at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. And called strike right at the knees. Good pitch. Struck him out. Jace Transtrom, who grounded out and then doubled in this game, comes to the plate. He's played second base the entire game. Another throw over. Stukelin back in time. So Transtrom 1 out of 2 on the day. Looking to get another hit here. And take slow for ball 1. Game of inches. That ball was maybe 2 inches lower than the one that struck out Price, the last batter. This umpire has done a great job today. He's working alone. I've agreed with every single call he's made. And that one's a check swing. He went, but the ball gets past the catcher. Actually bounces clear down to almost third base. So Stukeland advances to second on the check swing. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner now down at 2. Guire looks at Stukeland, comes to the plate. High for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Transtrom looking to now drive in a run if you can get a base hit here with the runner at second in scoring position. Guire comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on that one. 2-2 is the count here in the top of the 6th with 1 out and the runner in scoring position. The hit by pitch and a strikeout gets us to this spot. And Transtrom is going to ground out to the shortstop, but Stukeland will advance to third. So Atkinson with a nice throw over to Calvary, and Stukeland at third, and now it's up to Dawson Beard to drive him in.
Batting number 2, Beard.
Beard does have an RBI, the lone RBI of the game. Drove in Peter Newton with his single back in the 4th inning. He takes called strike. And now he's got to do it with 2 outs here. He did that with no outs back in the 4th inning when the Bears scored. He's got to have a 2-out rally here, and he's going to foul that one off, just foul. Well, way foul, but just missed it being a great hit. Good contact, just underneath it a little. Fouls it back. 0-2 is the count now with 2 outs. Runner down at third. Stukeland would like to take advantage of getting hit by that pitch and score a run for the Bears. Outside, almost fooling, but Beard able to pull back. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a great stop there by the catcher, Hyam, to keep that ball in front of him. If that one gets past, it would have scored a run. Hyam will go out and talk to his pitcher, Aguirre. And then back behind the plate. Here is the 1-2 count with 2 outs. I'd like to retire the side here if you're Green Canyon. And Beard, slow rolling hit's going to just dribble foul. That's one, if it's fair, maybe a difficult play to get the out because it was a slow roller down the third baseline, but it goes foul, and we'll do the 1-2 again. So Stukeland at third. Beard at the plate. 2 outs, 1-2 count. 8-1 ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Low. Oof, just missed for ball 2. So now 2-2. Beard, 1 out of 2 on the game. He's got the lone RBI for the Bears. Takes ball 3, full count now. So he's worked the count full. And that will be the payoff pitch. The first base is open if you want to pitch around him and take your chances with Hume. Check swing. Ball 4. Walked him. So a hit by a pitch and a walk. And the Bears have runners at first and second. But a first and third. And Hume, the batter. So Jack Hume, the third baseman, who's had a pretty good defensive day at the plate, he is 0 for 2. But with runners at first and third and 2 out, see what he can do. He's grounded out, and then he struck out in his last at bat. He's got Stukeland at third. He's got Dawson Beard, the senior shortstop, down at first. Junior Jack Hume, the batter. Here's the pitch. Check swing, foul ball. Tried to pull back, but couldn't pull all the way and fouls it off. So 0-1 is the count. Let's see if Beard's going with the first and third situation. Fake the throw to third, through to first. Back in time is Beard. So we'll do it again. Still an 0-1 count with 2 outs. Bears would like a 2-out rally to cut into this 8-1 lead of Green Canyon. Called strike, nice pitch. Jack Hume is a sophomore. Sorry, I called him a junior, so a sophomore at third base, a sophomore at the plate, and a senior down at first. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the Bears leave 2 after getting 1 hit by pitch and 1 walking, but can't score any runs. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 8-1 is your score. We'll have the bottom of the 6th right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
So we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. The Bears trail it by a score of 8-1 against Green Canyon. Weston has gone the whole way. He's actually been efficient. He's only thrown 81 pitches to this point in the game. And after the first 2 innings, when he gave up 7 runs in the first 2, in innings 3, 4, and 5, he's only given up 1 run total in those innings. Still out there for inning number 6. Dax Perkins behind the plate where he's been the entire night. And the Bears trail it 8-1.
Now batting, number 23, Garrett Hansen.
Hansen, the third baseman, coming to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in the game. And Weston would like to make that 0 for 3. Keep this game as close as possible. That one's outside and misses. Ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch from Weston. And misses inside for ball 2. Weston possibly getting a little bit tired. This is the first, probably what you'd almost call hot day. Definitely a high warmish, if not right out hot day that the Bears have had for the baseball season. And check swing foul. So 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th inning here from North Logan, Utah. Bears taking on the Green Canyon Wolves today. Here's the 2-1 pitch and hit him. So Hansen reaches base for the first time on the day. That brings up Spackman. He's had a couple of hits. He's kind of had one of those days that he has not yet hit the ball hard, but he's been on base twice. He had a bunt single, and he had it went for a double, but it was just barely out of the infield and just kicked and went foul as soon as it hit the ground, spun into foul territory, but it was a fair ball. And by the time the Bears got it over by the fence, he was standing at second base, and he takes low and away for ball 1. So no ball, 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out, runner at first. Bottom of the 6th inning from Green Canyon High School. Weston looks over at first. Comes to the plate, just missed inside for ball 2. So the 2-0 pitch. Your Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard shows the Bears trailing by a score of 8-1. Runner goes, and it's a good thing he does. He saves the double play as the ground out to the shortstop Beard. And if Hanson wasn't running on the play, it would have probably been a double play. But instead, it was just an out at first, as Beard, even though he was near second base when he fielded that ball, had no chance to get the runner Hanson. So now with one out, this brings Jorgensen to the plate. Jorgensen started out the game with a base hit. He's 0 for 2 since then, so he's 1 for 3 on the game. And this isn't Jorgensen. It's a substitute that takes called strike. And in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner down at second in scoring territory. 90-plus pitches thrown already by Weston, and he gets a called strike there, so nice pitch. Still throwing well. He struggled to start the inning a little bit, but since then has dialed in, got the ground out, and is now up at the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And foul tip, just got enough of it to get it in the dirt. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hanson, the runner down at second. Weston looks back to try to keep him close. And he comes to the plate. Oh, just missed. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Weston comes to the plate. Pop fly down the right field line. Stukeland, long way to run. Gets it just in fair territory. Runner tags, will advance to third on the play, but out number 2 recorded on the fly ball down the right field line. Stukeland gets underneath it. Hanson advances to third after tagging up on the play. And that brings Erickson to the plate. The second baseman is 2 for 2 on the day. Erickson has yet to be put out by the Bears. Would like to keep that going right here with a runner at third. 8-1 is your score. Weston delivers. Called strike. Good pitch. Breaking ball falls in there for a strike. That one just missed high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 out. And if you're wondering why you haven't heard from Lisa today, every time we turn on her microphone, we get an echo. So she's just putting the microphone away. And that one's outside for a ball. Strike. And if you're wondering, every time an echo. Making this look good, run the computer in the scoreboard, as that's a called strike. She just is unable to talk without it sounding a pretty bad echo. So 2-2 count with 2 out. Weston looking to retire the side, and that one's just low. Full count now. 3-2. Perkins has done a great job behind the plate to keep everything in front of him, not allow those base runners to take advantage of the extra bases. So here's the 3-2 pitch. Struck him out to end the inning. Called strike. And that'll end the inning. We'll go to the 7th. It's still 8-1 on the Bear Lake Memorial Healthcare scoreboard. We'll be back to see if the Bears can fight their way back into this one right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, it's not only about mining phosphate for production of crop nutrients that support Western U.S. farmers and ranchers. It's about supporting our employees, neighbors, and local communities and their families. From providing quality competitive jobs to being an active partner in our local communities. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine. Passion for people and supporting local families by bringing Earth's resources to life.
Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
Bear Lake Bears last at bat, unless they can put up some serious runs here. They trail it 8-1. All 7 of the 8 runs scored by Green Canyon came in the first 2 innings. Weston has settled in innings 3, 4, 5, and 6, only giving up 1 run collectively. He has played well, pitched well, but those first 2 innings, and in the second inning, it was a 2-out rally. The first all of the runs in that second inning, all 4 of them, scored after there were 2 outs. So the Bears are really only 1 play from this being a 3-1 ball game. Aguirre, the pitcher. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. And a pinch hitter, it's Cook at the plate. That took that called strike. Swing and a miss on the second pitch. So very quickly, 0-2 count to Cook. Pinch hitting for Perkins. And he's going to foul that one off. And the next batter will be Taylor, another pinch hitter. He's in the on-deck circle. So Coach Culver taking a chance to get some of his younger players in here. This is not a district game, obviously, so he's giving a chance for his younger kids to get some at-bats against a quality pitcher here at Green Canyon. 8-1 is your score. Cook is the batter. 1-2 count, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the 7th inning, and that ball is outside for ball 2. It's kind of a friendly batter, Coach Culver coaching against one of his former players in Ryan Eborn. So it's just a friendly down here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Called strike, struck him out. So the first out of the inning is a strikeout. Taylor will come to the plate for the Bear Lake Bears as a substitute pinch hitter for Weston, who had a pretty decent day pitching. Like I said, those first 2 innings gave up 7 runs, and then in the final 4 innings that he pitched, he held the Green Canyon Wolves to just 1 run. And it looks like Skylar Sparks is on the on-deck circle. He'll hit for Ryder Beard. And we'll see what happens after that. Ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. And check swing, strike 1. That was one of those that the bottom fell out from that pitch, fooled him into a swing. So 1-1 is the count with 1 out. And Skylar Sparks will be the next batter. That one's inside for a ball. 44 pitchers thrown by Aguirre. Weston threw almost exactly 100 pitches. Actually, a pretty decent game for him today. He was efficient through 6. And Cook draws the walk. Sorry, Taylor. That was Taylor that drew the walk. And Sparks will get a chance to hit. Ryder Beard subbing out. Beard went 0 for 2. He hit the ball hard, but could not find the bases. Sparks takes low and away for ball 1. So Taylor, the runner down at first. Sparks, the batter. And the throw over not in time as Taylor dives back. Sparks hitting from the left side of the plate, swings and misses. And Wolstenhume, right? It will be the on-deck batter. Assuming there's not a double play or a pickoff before then, and that was nearly a pickoff, but Taylor dives back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 Sparks after the swing and a miss on the last pitch before the throw over. Here's the 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner over at first after drawing the walk is Taylor. Aguirre comes set, comes to the plate. Sparks is going to hit a little rolling, swinging bunt, and 2 first in time for 1. Doesn't get the out at second. So just like I said, a swinging bunt. He's out at first. And so with 2 outs, that brings Wolstenhume to the plate. And he takes ball 1. So Taylor down to second, Wolstenhume the batter. He's in there for Christofferson, who played first base the entire day. So Coach Culver giving his younger kids some at-bats here. The throw back to second, not in time. Good play there by the shortstop to keep that ball from going into center field. And Wolstenhume at the plate. Taylor at second. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes. That one hits in front of the plate and bounces, but it bounces. Good job by the catcher to get it off his chest protector and bounce it in front of him, so he's able to keep it in front of him. And the 2-0 pitch as Aguirre looks at the runner. Comes to the plate. Just caught the outside corner for strike 1. 2-1 with 2 outs and a runner at 2. Wolstenhume would like to get an RBI right here. Dawson Beard has the only RBI in the game. And that one's outside for ball 3. Another good stop by the catcher to keep it in front of him, keep that runner down at second, which makes it have to be a little bit better hit in order to score. 3-1 pitch. Aguirre comes to the plate. Strike 2, full count. So the Bears down to their last strike of the game, trailing 8-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 7th. I know what I'm talking about. We're on the road. And Wolstenhume is going to rip, just foul by about 6 inches down the right field line. That probably would have scored a run as it was hit the right field line and kicked over to the fence, but it's a foul ball by just a couple inches. And we'll do the 3-2 pitch again. Aguirre comes set. Looks back at second base, comes to the plate. Struck him out to end the game. Outside corner. And that'll do it. And the Bears lose it 8-1. Some good things from the Bear Lake Bears as the Weston pitched well. And Dawson Beard did get an RBI. After giving up 7 in the first 2 innings, the Bears were able to hold the Green Canyon Wolves to just 1 over the next 4, but the Bears couldn't manufacture anything offensively today. Weston goes the entire way in the loss, and Eborn, who his dad grew up in Bear Lake and is the head coach down here, Ryan Eborn, gets the win as the pitcher. Bears next in action on Monday against American Falls in a district game, and that one matters because if the Bears win it, they'll be 3rd place in the district. If they lose, they could end up in 4th. And you don't want to play Marsh Valley in the first round. Marsh Valley kind of the juggernaut of the district. So the Bears looking to take care of business Monday at 3:30 from Bear Lake High School. That's our next broadcast. Then we'll have district tournament action on Thursday as the Bear Lake Bears boys and girls baseball and softball teams both in action next Thursday as they start district tournament play. that's going to do it for us. Thanks to Ray Henry for lugging all around the equipment, setting up the camera, and doing all that good stuff for us. Lisa pushing all the buttons today to make us look good on the air. And for everybody else on the SVI Sports Network, this is Jared Hillier saying good night.